Case study: reuniting a son with his mother, Armenia. Client background: a father from London contacted Bond Rees with an urgent request to trace his ex-wife, who had moved to Armenia several years ago after their divorce. She had lost contact with their son, who was now a teenager and longing to reunite with his mother. The father, though initially supportive of the mother's decision to relocate, had grown concerned after receiving no updates or communication from her for several years. With limited information about her current location, the client turned to Bond Rees to help bring mother and son back together. The investigation. Bond Rees began by reviewing the available details, including the ex-wife's last known address in Yerevan, Armenia, and her social connections. The client provided some old contact information and the names of mutual friends who had also lost touch with her over the years. Since the ex-wife had moved to Armenia for personal reasons and not for employment or business, traditional tracing methods, such as employment and business records, offered limited leads. On-the-ground inquiries in Armenia. Bond Rees deployed its local team in Armenia to begin the investigation by conducting on-the-ground inquiries in Yerevan, where the ex-wife was last known to live. We worked closely with local contacts to search for property records, rental agreements, and any potential business transactions that might reveal her new location. Through these channels, our team uncovered that the ex-wife had moved from her original address to a smaller town outside Yerevan several years ago. Our local investigators conducted discreet interviews with neighbors and landlords in both Yerevan and the surrounding town. They discovered that the ex-wife had been living a quiet life with minimal online presence or public activity, which had made her difficult to trace. Digital tracing and social media searches. Despite the lack of a strong digital footprint, Bond Rees's digital forensics team conducted a thorough search of social media platforms and online records. Although her direct social media presence was limited, we identified several relatives and acquaintances in Armenia through social networks. By carefully analyzing these connections, we were able to gather information on her current whereabouts and social circle. We eventually tracked down a distant relative who confirmed that the ex-wife was still in Armenia and had recently been working in a local community project in a rural area near Lake Sevan, reuniting mother and son. Once her location was confirmed, Bond Rees approached the ex-wife with sensitivity and care, explaining the situation and the son's desire to reconnect. The mother, who had been struggling with personal challenges, was deeply moved by the news and expressed a strong desire to reunite with her son. Bond Rees facilitated the initial communication between mother and son, first through letters and video calls, to rebuild their connection gradually. Eventually, plans were made for an in-person reunion in Armenia, where the son would travel with his father to meet his mother after years of separation. Outcome. The son and his mother were successfully reunited in Armenia, a heartwarming moment for the entire family. The mother expressed gratitude for Bond Rees' respectful and patient approach, which allowed her to reconnect with her child without pressure. The client, overjoyed by the successful reunion, thanked Bond Rees for handling such a delicate case with professionalism and compassion. Why Bond Rees? This case highlighted Bond Rees's expertise in reuniting families across borders, even in cases where one party has intentionally withdrawn from public life. Our combination of local expertise, digital tracing, and a sensitive approach ensures that family members are brought together with respect and care. Whether separated by distance, time, or personal challenges, Bond Rees works tirelessly to reunite families and restore important relationships. Let me know if you'd like to explore another service or add any final adjustments.